You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome back to lovely Loire. It's autumn, the end of the season. Last guest left. Closed the pool today. Our friends are here to help us cover it with a huge big roller cover. And then we're going to have a meal of leftovers. A few weeks ago, we did an episode with a dip sandwich using a turkey thigh, maybe 5 or so weeks ago. Episode 5, I guess. Anyway, that turkey, we had some leftover meat on the thigh part. I had a meal, and then I scraped it off the bone, the nice big chunks, stuck it in the freezer. And maybe a week later, we had a roasted chicken, and there were leftovers from that. Put it in the freezer. And we had a pork roast last week, and I put the rest of the meat in the freezer. So what I do is I take all these meats, sounds strange, but either cut it long ways or shred it like you would do a pulled pork, and I saute it with these 3 ingredients. Of course, oil and salt and pepper, but here's a nice head of garlic, a nice pink onion, and some little sweet peppers. And those all get sauteed with some chili powder, maybe some sweet paprika, smoked paprika, anything that's sort of spicy. And then this is what it ends up looking like. It isn't very pretty, but it's certainly tasty. You can see the peppers in there and a little bit of garlic, and the aroma is nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to have that with some tortillas rolled up with some fresh avocado, some cucumber, some chopped onion, and a little queso fresco. But in our case, it's young feta, because I can't get queso fresco in this part of France. So we use the next best thing, a cheese that's sort of salty but not too. And those get rolled up. And before that, we're going to have a tostada, with a typical tostada with a little coating of beans over here. Here are the beans again. Leftover beans from something else. A little bacon fat. Oh man, that makes great beans. So this will be warmed up and get spread on the. Well, you know how to make a tostada, goddammit. Some lettuce, some homemade salsa that I made earlier today. Again, this is the end of the season, so a lot of product is going bad. This is a lovely green tomato, not green tomatoes, but a green tomato. It's a fresh tomato, but green. What's it called, Karen? Evergreen tomato, with a fresh habanero pepper in there that our lovely cameraman Gerardo brought down to me, with the tortillas he brought down, with some pink onion, some vinegar, some olive oil, some oregano, and a little slap your mama, and it's just a delicious sauce. The tomatoes are so sweet. They're at the end of the season, and they've gotten they're magnificent. And chips and salsa and a rollover. Bob's your uncle. What a meal! What a meal. Okay, we'll go on further with the meal as we segue out. Well, here's some cucumber. Going to go with our dishes today. This is one of those farmer cucumbers. Not a English hothouse cucumber. A lot of flavor. A little crunch. Well, this stuff is really great with, lots of dishes, but with these cucumbers, a little spice. This is called Slap Your Mama. There's a lot of these different varieties. And what it is salt, red pepper, black pepper, and garlic. And there's no MSG. All natural. Really nice flavor. If you like spice. These are onions from this season. They're from an area in France in Brittany called Roscoff. Well, they're called Roscoff onions. They're not Roscoff the place, but that area. And they've been growing these onions for years. They're the sweetest little onions. It's nice pink skin. Well, there's a lot of very sweet onions, but these are one of the best ones in France. And they're always, this time of year, it's the first onions to be harvested. So they really make a nice accompaniment. Fine little avocado on sale for them for €1.98. So $2.25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this sliced on the plate, but do I have to do it now? I guess
I got the lime juice out.
I'll just slice and if you put the stone back in the avocado, I'm sure everybody knows that, but if you put it back in, it will keep it from turning black. Even when you make guacamole, put the stone back in the guacamole, and it doesn't turn color.
Take a breath.
Take a breath. Take a hit of pop, and we're good. Take a sip of wine. let it drip off your mustache, and we're good.
Okay, so the first course are going to be some tostadas. I make, we're in France and refried beans don't exist. Canned, fresh, you're not going to get it unless maybe you're in Paris at some Mexican restaurant, not a Tex-Mex restaurant. But they sell canned beans, white beans, red beans, black beans. You just mash them up with a little sauteed onion, sauteed garlic, a little cumin powder, and you end up with a massive refried beans. And if you got any bacon fat running around, why not? Bacon fat makes most everything taste better. So I'm sure everyone's made a tostada, but this is my tostada. Warmed beans, not hot. They make the tortilla skin too soft too quickly. So obviously just a little smattering of beans around the tortilla. Better be cautious because we only have so many beans and there is 4 of us.
There we got 4.
So that goes like that. Now again, everybody's done this, but people have said I should probably try to show you something you may not know. Now I personally put the cheese on the beans. Some people like to put it on top of the lettuce. And then a little handful of, oh, by the way, I need the onions that are over there. Maybe I'll go this way and grab my onions. And a little bit of, happened to be romaine lettuce. It could be any kind of shredded lettuce, obviously. A little bit of shredded lettuce. A little bit of these pink onions that we talked about later. That have been under a little bit of salt to keep them sweet. And then my homemade salsa. That is just delicious. Just a little spoonful of that. Now, some people, myself included, would put another doublet of cheese on top. And I'm one to put a little vinegar on this. But since this salsa is so rich, just a little bit of that juice, sort of like a dressing over the top of it. And there you've got it. A very tasty mouthful. I'll have some of that cheese. So this is all these meat products we talked about. I'm just giving it a little warm up. Oh man, the aroma is just so delicious. And there's lamb, pork, chicken, and turkey. How about that? But they're all leftover meats that what are you going to do with it? 2 people? Sure. But this is going to be for the 4 of us, and, well, Gerardo eats an awful lot. And Adam, our sound manager, is just,
No, that's a win.
he's got an empty leg, I guess. He's got a hollow leg, let's say.
Like a pirate.
Pirate. So, anyway, that's sauteing up, warming up, rather. Now we got the tortillas to deal with. If my sous chef will bring me the tortillas. Final course. Here's a corn tortilla that our cameraman, producer, director, sound man, editor brought down from Paris. So it's a simple thing, yeah? Leftover meats, a lot of gravy, a lot of good flavors. Some of that pink onion. Some of this crunchy cucumber. And then some of this queso fresco, you can call it that. I'm going to call it feta. Sort of spell around on that. And then, why not, a little bit of avocado, since we can. Okay. And then, my homemade salsa. Add a little avocado in that. Since this is mine. So then this gets rolled up and there you are. And as Julia Child used to say, bon appetit. It's been fun doing this with you guys in the Loire Valley. No, we're in the Loire Valley. Fun having you in the Loire Valley with us for these little things. It's a reason to get, well, loaded and drink wine and eat good food and with good friends. And so here we are. Adios.